to finish our canvas magnets. They have finished drying. So it's time to make this happen. So remember, we have our sparkly one. Hopefully you can see the sparkle in there. That one. And we have the one made with our metallic copper on black. And then we have the mountain scene. Here we go. So I'm going to just get a couple of pieces of cloth. I like to put cloth on the back because you don't want it to scratch up a refrigerator, which is where people put magnets. They just do. It's since time immemorial, we've been putting magnets on a fridge. The cavemen were doing it. Cro-Magnon. All the people. Okay. So I've got a couple of pieces of cloth. We're going to try something a little different. Just to see if I can make it go a little easier. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't. Okay. So I hopefully have enough glue. If I don't, we'll only do a couple. It's okay. So we'll do sparkly first. Hold on. There we go. I don't know why it just sometimes does that. So we'll do sparkly first. Turn her over. And just a nice spot of glue. We're just going to let it go right in there. The hot glue. It doesn't come through. As you can see, nothing to worry about. Doesn't damage anything. And you can see I stack 2 magnets, but these are really strong. So it's okay to do. Then I'm going to take, yep, that'll fit. So I'm going to take some of this glue. Oh, gosh, I hope I have enough to do them all. I'm going to just go around the wood here. And I'm just going to ploop it right on there. Don't worry, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to leave all that. That'd be silly talk. Okay. We're just going to kind of let that set for a minute. And we'll put some magnets on this one while we wait for that to kind of cool on the cloth there. And we'll put some on this one, on the mountain scene. And it just goes right onto the canvas. It'll be fine. It doesn't damage anything, as you can see. The glue does no harm to the proper side of the canvas. Oh, it was upside down. Mountain scene. Okay. And my dog's going to bring her toy in because this is what she does every time I go live. We just have to deal with it. Okay. So I'm going to put a piece of this cloth down and put some glue on the wood here. Being a little stringy is no problem. It's not a deal breaker. Okay, Bailey. She's growling at it even. Like something about her and these toys. I might have just enough to do this. This dog, I don't know. I don't know. Does anybody need a lab? Good Lord. She's going to keep doing it. So if you can't stand the sound of a toy duck, you might want to dip out now. She's ridiculous. It's her own fault. Okay. So we have sparkly back on. And I thought maybe I could just cut it kind of like so. make it a lot easier than trying to, oh my gosh, the last ones I did, guys, I watched the video measuring them out and then trying to fit them and having to recut and recut and recut. And I was, no, why not just do it this way? And it'll just be an automatic fit, which it is, like so. And the magnet is underneath here. So you, hi lab. So we have our magnets under the cloth, which means this is what will be on the refrigerator, so it won't scratch up. Anyway, it's my silly idea, so I did it. And hopefully it works. And this material, I am doing magnets. If you take a look at the last live, it was me actually painting these little canvases. Tiny little guys. This is a mountain scene. The one we just did is kind of a, I don't know, kind of a sparkly rainbow cheetah print. And then this one is with a, I did the canvas in black, and then it has a bronze. Oh, got a piece of glitter on. I swear glitter is the herpes of the art world. So this is a metallic bronze on black. And I'm making magnets out of it. And the magnets keep gripping the scissors, so it's kind of fun. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like. The last live video, I'm still up. It is the painting of them. I used a straw, okay? I used a straw, I used my fingers. I did all kinds of weird crap to them. So we have the painting with the cloth on the back, the magnets glued to the canvas under the cloth. So there we go. Now give me just one moment. I need to unplug the glue gun so we don't cause any house flames that shouldn't be there. And I'm going to remove you from the stand. My fault, my fault. Okay. So give me about 30 seconds, less than that actually, and I'll show you what they look like on the fridge. And this will be just a moment in time. Bailey, you don't need to follow me with a toy, sweet pumpkin. And I have two other magnets that will be on display when I do this. These are all real canvases. Which I think is fun. Okay, let me get them on there. Okay. Let's turn the camera back on. Woo! So that is what they look like on the fridge. And then this one, the bronze and black, sparkly kind of cheetah print mountain scene. And another one, Blue Ridge Mountains. Those are the magnets. Hold, please. So that is what I get up to with the magnets. I have a few more tiny canvases that I am going to think of what I want to paint on them, because I don't know. I haven't made any decisions on how I want to paint the next ones. So that kind of, I don't know, it kind of leaves me in a way that I'm a little stuck for ideas on, which is okay. It's okay to be stuck for ideas. They tend to come to you at the strangest of times. Oh, and this is for anybody who wasn't watching the live last time. This is just a piece of cardboard that comes off of the back of like your art pads, and they're worth saving. I've had this one forever. I have watercolored on it. I have painted on it. I've done everything on this thing. It's amazing. And then I always keep a nice fresh one that I use for doing like coloring work, because coloring art too, and if anybody tells you it's not, they're lying. I use it for doing sketching, any kind of other watercolor project stuff like that is on a thicker thing. I want this to remain as it is, just because that's how I like it, and that's how it's gonna be. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out this book. It doesn't look like a book, but only because it's absolutely humongous. Okay, it is enormous, and that's why it looks like that in the camera. Just give me a moment. And I am going to pick, I'm going to pick something out to do for everybody. Something simple, something silly. I'll get it out real quick. Okay. Something simple, something silly, something that doesn't involve my dog. Oh, coming in here with a Benny. She's a wild animal, I tell you. Something like this. I'm gonna get this book all the way open. There we go. Okay. And I know I don't have the most professional of live stream setups, and that's okay. It'll get there. I'm still new. It'll get there. I'm still a baby. I did that for the people in the know. If you know, you know, kind of thing. Haley, girl. Really? Oh, and if I ever had to recommend a product for your pencils, any type of pencil, it would be one of these. Okay, so you see the difficulty in using that, right? This is a blending stick, but it'll fit any pencil. But you just put it in there, and now you're able to use it a lot closer to the end than you would have. And that means a lot when these things cost what they do. Just does. So when I'm doing pages like this, I also like to have, I do not use this for painting, ever. Okay, this is it. So get it to focus on it. Okay, there we go. She's really soft, she's really nice. But when I get, say, pencil shavings or like blending crumbs, I like to call them, I just sweep them off. Tink, tink, tink. So we're going to do part of this. There will be a part 2 to it as well, probably. But we're going to do part of this and just kind of show some blending. So I'm going to use, let's see where we want to go with this. Go back here. And I think we're going to start off by doing this mid part black, because the outside is black. You know, it kind of makes sense to have the center be black as well. Oh, this is also the sharpener. It goes along with the brand of pencil, Prismacolor. These are Prismacolor Premier. They blend beautifully. They've changed their formula about 10 years ago or so. So they're not what they used to be, but they are great. They're 1,000 times better than Crayola ever would want to be. I do have a book that has just about every Crayola color there is out there. I use those when I want a challenge in the blending. You know, when I'm feeling cocky about it. I'll get those out and humble myself, but good. If there's a pencil out there that'll humble your butt, it's Crayola. So see, I just dust that right off. Do. And I think I want to blend together. Oh, this is going to seem like a crazy combo, but that's okay. I'm going to do a crazy combo. Yeah, I'm going to do a crazy combo. We're going to see if it works. Get it nice and sharp. Nice and sharp. Okay. And then a crazy combo of this sucker just like this. But I'm going to use a whole different style of color coming up through here. I've never used this combo, by the way, ever. I want to do something like this in my next set of magnets. I may need to rethink the paint if I'm going to do that. Like I may need to rethink the type of paint I'm using. Because I don't know, there's just some things that just don't quite work together, and I think this particular style here might not exactly jive with koi paints. Koi paints are great, don't get me wrong. They're amazing, I love them. I just don't think this blending style will go with the pigment in them. So this is kind of the blend I'm putting with this combo. I don't think that's bad. I've never put that together, but I mean, I've seen a lot worse in blends. So why not? But you know, you always want both sides, you always want your end to be good and solid. And you just barely want any page, really. You want the pencil to do the work, not you. And you just keep switching back and forth, which is the absolute secret to a great blend. Is barely touching the paper. Let the pencil do the work, not you. You're just holding the pencil. You will know when the coverage has got to the point where you need to add more pressure. You'll feel it. I can't explain what it feels like, but you will physically feel you'll feel the friction change, and you'll know what you need to do. And you just want to remember, you never want to see any of the white of the paper showing through your color. Which means you just keep going until you don't see that, and you have as seamless as a blend as you can get. And always remember, if you need, Prismacolor has these blending sticks, and you can just kind of roll right through it, dust it off. Here's a second one. And so you just keep doing. You need patience. It takes time. It turns out absolutely beautiful. Just kind of what you want to do with it. But you always want to apply the pressure at the very beginning, like to each end, like I'm doing now, giving that solid piece right there. It helps later. It just does. I can't explain why. I just know it does. So you see I'm barely touching the paper. There's barely pigment really going on there. Barely touching, but pigment does get added because Prismacolor Premier is an amazing brand. I love them. Faber-Castell, they're pretty nice too, but I can't really afford to be doing all that. As with most people that do art and YouTube, I'm one of the poors. So, hi, fellow poors. We're just out here doing what we can. Okay, let's see here. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful blend. Okay. And I'm just going to take my blending pencil and just kind of play around in it. Blend around through there. I'm going to show you another blending tool. See there? As soon as we get these 4 done, I'm actually going to show you another blending tool when it comes to the next section. And this is the tool. It's a liquid blending pen. So I have blending pencils, and then that's a liquid blending pen. You can also, if you're in a bind, use a white Prismacolor. I prefer not doing that because it is pigmented, so you are going to get that layer of white on top. I don't know. I'm weird about it. So it's just kind of one of them things. So I'm just going to put my ends. And then with the pencil, it's just the weight of the pencil. I'm putting no pressure on that. The weight of the pencil is the only thing adding pigment to that paper for now. And when you feel, gosh, I want to find a way to explain it. It's just so, I don't know. It's a change in the friction. That's the only way. It's a change in the friction on the paper when the pencil's touching it that you know to add pressure. Gosh, there's really no other way to explain it. Bad YouTuber can't explain what, I just don't have the words. Okay, but if you do, if you have like the technical terms for all that, let me know. Those things are important to some people. Okay, and here's our sweepy. And that is our first small section. So I can get a lot more light on the subject there. That is our first small section. I think those 2 colors blended beautifully. I don't see anything wrong with that. I really don't. I like it. Maybe just me, but I like it. Okay. So I'm going to get this bad boy out. Well, this side seems kind of dry. Check this other one. I don't know. It may be time for me to get new ones. I may just be using I may have lied. I think these are dried. So we may not be using them. They're great though, in case you wondered. but I think I've used them beyond their lifespan. Okay, so we're going to go in with a couple of other gray colors. And these are going to be some cool gray. You're going to have a darker, kind of cool toned gray. And we have a lighter cool toned gray. These are all Prismacolor, no worries. So now we need to decide what's going where. I think the darker one will go on the tips. Which means I'm going to want this tiny piece right here to be solid, as you can see. And then the lighter will come down here. Woo! She's trying to break. I'll have to resharpen. Yeah, I'm definitely going to resharpen. One of the issues with Prismacolor, they're still worth it, don't worry. Just some of them, the tips of them just come right off. Doesn't happen to all of them, doesn't happen all the time. Just more than I would like. So I got that part down there solid. So I'm just going to let the tip of it touch the paper, put a little pigment down. Get the darker one and do the same. Just letting it touch the paper. And, oh, see, did you see that? Did you see that just happened right before your very eyes? It's frustrating. But it's not something I'm just used to it. Like I said, they changed their formula, and that's kind of what happens now. A lot of the colors are not centered in the barrels, and they just kind of do that. I've had these pencils for a really long time. I use them. They're well loved, and it hasn't had that big of an effect on how I do things. So you see, I felt the friction change, and I changed the pressure that I put on, kind of compensating for that. And it's not a heavy pressure. You just don't need heavy pressure with Prismacolor. You just don't. A light to medium pressure is as heavy as it needs to get. And I'll just get out the old blending pencil and kind of run it through that blended area. Brush it off. And hopefully you can see the blend that comes from the cool grays. Trying to get it to focus in on it. So, and we'll just do that all the way around for these four. I'm going to be brave and sharpen this and hope it doesn't break off on me again. So you see the tiniest piece at the tip getting darkened. Tiniest piece on the downside here. And then just let the pencil put the pigment on. I'll just guide the pencil. No need for pressure. And you just keep switching. Oh, and when you do this on your own sketches, you do lose your sketch lines because Prismacolor is highly pigmented. It's so much stronger than your graphite's going to be. It just is. Even your 14Bs, it's going to overpower it, and that's fine because you can always go over it with like these, you know, or you can just let it be what it is and not have outlines. Like it's all up to you. Everything that you want to do with it, completely up to you. And there's the second one. There goes the dog with the toy again. She is fascinated with her squeaky toys. And you can see I put some black in the wrong place. That's not going to matter in a few minutes. You'll see why. Prismacolors are also very forgiving with mistakes because the next color is just as pigmented as the last. So it'll go over Bailey, honey, with the piggy. Being quite honest, I thought I hid that pig under the desk. Apparently she found it. She's a smart creature. And there's the third one, and that tiny little mistake is not going to matter in just a minute. You'll see. Won't matter one bit. Okay. Now you don't have to do this the same way I do, like putting that dark point at the end of each of your sections. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary. It's just how I like to do it. It's not a necessary step. Simply not. Having a scrap piece of cloth around, Just do like so. So you got some off there. I know it was weirdly green. Sometimes when the colors mix, they do things. And that's the 4 of them together. So you see how we've got some blending happening. And I dig it. Okay, so I'm going to move on from those cool grays. And I'll go to, they're more cool grays. However, they're much lighter. So we will let me get it out here. Wait, shit. So many drawers. So many. I'm just gonna use this. So here's just some scrap paper. And you'll just kind of go like this with your colors if you're ever in question. So you see how you've got a lighter and a darker. That's what you want. And you kind of want to stay, if you're beginning, you want to stay within certain families of color. I will blend together things that don't look like it should work and make it work. Like the middle part. That should not have worked. But it did. So there you have it. So you can see I am just gonna be going right over that part, that little error in judgment there. But I'm also gonna go to the mid part right there. Okay. And then I'm only putting a little. That's all I'm putting. I'm gonna kind of darken up the middle here and then kind of come out with this lighter one. I'm still only going a tiny ways, not going far with it. The middle one is where I swing the most color, but it won't look like that in a minute. Hi, Valhalla. You missed the magnet finishing. I finished those and decided to start this. So you see that blend. And so we're going to do the same over here. We're going to put this dark one and swing the light color through. How are you doing tonight? It is certainly good. It really is. I went to the swimming pool here at the apartments today. A friend of mine came over, and which I haven't seen her, oh gosh, it's been a year. And she came over and went swimming with me. That was nice. And then I took a nap. I was trying to watch Turtle Boy earlier, but I don't know. God love him. you're keeping it filterless because it's a challenge, and no one that goes by the name Valhalla steps away from a challenge. And it looks cool. It probably would make things easier. But it really does look neato. And maybe the shrimp don't want a filter. Maybe the shrimp want it to feel like home. Or maybe they do and they want it to feel like a shrimp condo. Like, I don't know. If it was my tank, it wouldn't be nearly as cool as yours. I would totally have like dollhouse furniture set up in there and make it like an old Victorian house or something. I have an odd obsession for Queen Anne Victorian homes and log cabins. So if I had a tank, it would look like one of the two. I think my hardier fish would be in a tank fixed up like a log cabin, and my prissier fish would be in a tank that looked like a Victorian house. I think Mrs. Valhalla is right. I think you should put dollhouse furniture. Are they going to be prissy shrimp or tough guy shrimp? Because if they're like expensive prissy shrimp, they should have like furniture and all the fixings. If they're going to be tough guy shrimp, then well, I don't know. Don't let her hear you say that, or she'll be like, "Oh, I'm just going to do what I want." Ha ha ha. Stop me now. Bailey with the pig, stop. Oh my gosh. Her and this blasted pig are going to be the end of me. I'm telling you, if it was my tank, it would. If I would get some prissy fish. Ooh, you're a brave man. If that's the quote you told her, you brave. Yeah, I would probably get some prissy fish and put them in a Victorian fish tank with cute furniture. And then if I had like, I don't know, what is a tough guy fish? Like, are any of the fish actually tough guys? Like a piranha. Piranha's a tough guy fish. Ooh, Oscars, yeah. So that's the blend on those. Okay. The next ones are going to be warm grays, kind of a French gray. I know the French, don't get me started. But they're not going to be blended. They're going to be put into these little areas here. So you could do your Oscar tank like, gosh, I don't know. What would a man named Oscar like? Oscar the Grouch. Oh, you could do Oscar the Grouch decorations. I'm saying that knowing it'll never happen, by the way. Oh, I couldn't help myself. Look, I'm a person whose dog has a bedroom, so, but I did commandeer it as an art studio as well, so there is that. But I did get the magnets finished. Like if you rewind at the beginning of everything, I finished. Well, I had to let the paint dry on the mini canvases, of course. So they've been doing that, and then once that was done, I came back on live and put the fabric and put the magnets and the fabric on the back and put them on the fridge and showed them off because they're done. Oh my gosh. If Mrs. Valhalla makes her fish tank look like a tiny house, I'm going to figure out how I can do like a waterproof paint. Something completely waterproof, like something maybe put a resin over it or something, and make like a little painting for the fish tank house. And send it through. It'd be so cute. There's a way to waterproof them. There's a way to waterproof anything. See, I'm not blending all of my sections because that would be a little too much. Aw, you should. I think it'd be cute. I have like a fish tank that's like seriously set up like a little house. We're like pretty, colorful fish swim about and do their daily things like a little Truman Show house. You're just watching the little fish family live its little fish lives. Just eavesdropping on the little fish conversations and their little fish relationships. Kind of like I do when I get on Twitter and I lurk anonymously in somebody's spaces just so I can laugh at them without them knowing it, which is mean. I don't recommend it. Actually, I don't recommend Twitter for anything, really. So I think I'm going to move on to some browns and creams. It just feels like the direction I should be going. This one is a sepia and a dark umber. So let's see. This one's the sepia. This one's the dark umber. Kind of like the dark umber. Let's see, where do we want to go with that? Go here and just kind of go around the way. Okay. Yeah, it was kind of looking around for stuff to watch and just kind of, because I took a nap so I couldn't sleep. And oh, the only thing on was, oh, it sounds so bad to say. The only thing on was Turtle Boy, and I don't know. I just wasn't stomaching it that well tonight. Like, God love him, you know. I just kind of wanted something funny and peaceful. Wish I could taco expert into going on live every single night. Just never take a break. Just be there at the bidding of his viewers. He doesn't need a life after all. Like, he doesn't need to live. Poor fella. He is. Oh, like, you're of an age to remember. Do you remember a TV show called The Waltons? I have I have the DVDs. I finally found them because I used to love that show as a kid. And I've been kind of binge watching The Waltons too. Well, it was in reruns by then. I mean, it's on cable still. It's such a good show. I'm weird like that though. I love those old shows that have like that moral compass thing going on. You know, the strong father figure, the dedicated mom, the old fashioned stuff. Then again, I also kind of go crazy for the A Team. So, and I wasn't all like, other people like, oh, they loved Face Man. No, I was in love with Murdoch. I like that little crazy feller. I likely am. I'm older than most people. Um, Having spicy brain tends to kind of keep you young a little bit, I think. So it helps. But yeah, I'm kind of old. Um, just doing my best in life kind of thing. Oh, that'd be so cool. My doctor's wife and friend, um, she said she's going to look into chords and like all that stuff. And oh my goodness, she was, out yard sailing as people do, because I mean, who doesn't love a good yard sale? And she found something of somebody who had a YouTube channel, but I haven't looked at the tracking. Yeah, it probably will be. Yeah, somebody had a YouTube channel, and I guess instead of like toughing it out and kind of, getting past that baby channel phase where there's nothing happening, it's horrible, instead of getting past that, they just kind of gave up on it. And she found something for $5. And I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. See if I can get this to... Okay. This is going to be loud, probably. Oh, I got it up. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. What she got. I just don't have... No, that is a light. It's a light. It's got one of those covers on it that keeps the light from being like scorching on you, kind of thing. And then you can take that off, and it's got metal backing to it for photography. It's really neat. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. It was $5. $5. So she texted me, and she was like, "Hey, there's something outside your door. Don't worry, it was only $5, And I was like, okay. So I go look, and it's in a carry case, because it all folds away into a carrying case. So I unfolded it and messed with it, and I was like, holy cow. It came with the bulbs. It was all brand new. It was in the styrofoam and everything. It just had a yard sale tag on it of $5 because I guess they thought they were going to start their channel, and it was going to be a huge success right away. And that didn't quite work out. And for some people it does. Some people go on, and everybody just automatically goes, and they're monetized within a couple of weeks, and they're good. I did not expect that to happen, so I'm not disappointed that it isn't, kind of thing. And I had the other channel, and I mean, I kind of still have it. It's pretty much useless. But the bunnies went, and they pretty much reported everything I had for whatever various reasons. I think because I'm so outspoken against them. So they pretty much destroyed that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my own YouTube channel, and that's where this one came from. And the reason I named it this was because somebody was doing a show, one of the smaller people like me. So of course I was watching, because why wouldn't I? And they were talking about the whole... Did you? Thank you. But yeah, they were talking about the whole bunny situation and all that kind of stuff. And the guy was like, all I can think of is all the humanity. When I saw that, I was like, no, I need to name my channel, because the only thing I can think of is, oh, the YouTubery. So that's how we came up with that. Yeah, I'm going to be doing another Jess Machado roast like really soon because she got on Spaces and she was on Queen Valerie's. And instead of talking to her like a human, like a normal human person, which Valerie said, hey, if you want to talk, we can talk. She got on there, played some kind of weird song, and started barking. Literally barking. And I was just lurking. I was listening anonymously. So I was like, what in the world? It was weird. So I think it's time to roast her again. And I feel fine doing it because I feel like so blessed because like Jolene has come in and watched them. You know, and like it's like, oh my gosh. I'm flattered. Thank you. I'm normally fairly peaceful, but that woman brings out the meanness in me. Brings out a little southern meanness. So there's what the blendings kind of look like. Those are a little harder to kind of tell because this is the ring light thing. I mean, got that. That's a yard sale find as well. Pretty much all of this is. All of these goodies, all of the art supplies and stuff. Yarn, paint, all the things. I came across you through Expert. I have been loving, I just love watching Expert. Like I don't know him like as a person, like as, you know, a regular everything, how he is or whatever. I just know what I see. And what I see is just a genuinely good guy who, for what I see, has a genuinely kind spirit and didn't really want to be in any kind of mess, just kind of ended up there. You know, and I've been watching him for a little while. And I just, I don't know, there's just something about him that I like. And then, I don't know, a few episodes in to me watching him, there was his wife. And I was blown away. I was just like, that is literally one of the sweetest women on the planet. It's gotta be. She just seems that way. And I don't know. I was like, you just know on Sunday morning she makes him biscuits and gravy. You just know it. You know, I was like, I don't know. But that's how I ran across you, and that's how I discovered the wonderful world of Shizzy Wisnet and Volstorm and all that. But yeah, I mean, White Rabbit, she's just, I don't know. Like, I would have kept watching Expert. Like, I would because I really thought he's just a cool guy. Like, he's just a cool guy. He's like the YouTube Fonz, you know? But I got really, like, you know, like, click the bell, show me everything kind of viewer when I saw that his wife is so sweet and somebody that sweet would not have married a man that wasn't the nice person he was portraying. It just wouldn't. And that's how I ran across everybody, is through the Expert. And then I saw the Expert on with Emily C. doing squirrel school, and I was like, oh my God, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It's beautiful. Those two together make me laugh. Bailey, what are you doing, girl? Yeah, your shrimp tank video, that was intriguing. I liked it. I did. I was like, this is really cool. It made me want to get a tank. I mean, I really can't get a tank because the dog would get way too happy about it and want to make friends with the little fishies. She is friends with everything. Bailey, don't do that. I don't want to scratch your hiney, girl. Go lay down. She's got an obsession with having her hiney scratched. Wild animal. But yeah, that's how I came across you and the one lady. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for an update video to come out. But there's one lady that came on Expert's show that I didn't know about before seeing her there, of course. And I went ahead and subscribed and followed her too. Really cool lady. Bailey, honey. Oh gosh. I'm trying to think of her name. She has this like super radio voice. And she's like just really well spoken. Gosh. Now I can't think of her name. Like if her show was on right now, I would know it, but oh my gosh. What's her name? Oh, why is it escaping me? Megan Fox. That's it, Megan Fox. So I've been watching her too because I really think she's kind of neat. I think she's fun. She's a fun lady. I watched one of her shows not too long ago, and she was roasting the living crap out of Machado, and it was gold. It was gold. But I really liked her too, and that Mo girl, like her, and that little Mary B girl, she's so cute. Just adorable girl. She's too dang pretty though. Pisses off all the women. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Everybody that I've seen on there, I genuinely enjoy. So I know it sounds weird, but I kind of if the expert says, "Ooh, this person is shady," I'm going to believe him. I am going to believe him as much as I would believe my own dog not liking somebody. Not to say he's a dog, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I would believe him and say, okay. Because he is, I don't know. Everybody I've discovered through him has been really cool. Oh, you know all these, you know that, you're so lucky. I don't know too many people. I know that sounds weird, but you know, I don't really I don't know that many people I know of. But yeah, well, gee, they're your real life friends. I'm glad I like them. That would be awkward. But no, they're like he's always got such cool people. So I kind of, you know, I kind of put trust in that Do as much as you can, but I put trust in it. You go to expert's house for the holidays. That's so cool. I go to, I know, I talk about my doctor and his wife a lot. Their family are like my closest friends. This sounds so weird, but it's true. They're absolutely amazing people, really. Um, I've streamed almost all of Karen Reed with me and Baker. Oh, that's awesome. I love Baker. He's so funny. He's dry. He's so funny. He's funny and dry. But yeah, the doctor and his wife and all that, I get along quite well with them, and ever since, like, literally all of my family has passed away, all of them. There is none left. It's just me. And they've kind of taken me in as part of their family. And if that's how it is for you and Mrs. Valhalla with Expert and the White Rabbit and like all the people, then it couldn't get better than that. Oh, I might get to go to Dollywood next year. Megan Fox with a second big channel. Oh, wow. Yeah, she's just cool. Like, she has the voice, like she's voicey. I like her. Volstorm and Diva are the other people at Expert's House for the holidays. I like Volstorm. I like, like he gets on there and does like those weird introduction things that like really loud and all like hurrah. I think it's funny. I get a kick out of it every single time. And the one fella on there, I know it's not his channel name, it's just what I say, The Wonderful World of Shizzy Whiznuts. He's funny. He is a funny guy. I don't care what anybody says, he is a funny guy. Okay, nobody make me think different. Well, I'll tell you, like, I was talking to my friend Lisa, that's the one I keep talking about, and she was like, well, would you want to go to that next year? And I'm like, kind of do. Like, I think it would be cool, and and I never did get to go to Dollywood. We lived in Tennessee for a while, and my daddy passed away there at Vanderbilt. And I haven't been back since then. So I wouldn't mind going back. It's been enough years now. Shizzy's funny. Oh my goodness. Well, he can't get mine struck. I don't think he knows mine exists. But I do watch his now and then. He's just so funny. Cute little poop. And you do cute little poop, isn't he, baby girl? My dog agrees. That's what's important. Dollywood weekend is so much fun. You should come if you can make it. I'm hoping I can. I mean, she did mention it, and they always like, being a doctor and everything, they always have like hotel points. So it probably wouldn't like cost an arm, leg, and my left butt cheek to go because of that. I gotta just save up and do it. I just hope Baker will come back after all the things that those women did to him. I mean, that was terrible. I was so angry about that. And I don't know. Well, that's not true, but I never went after Machado like that before. I didn't like her from day one, by the way. This did not make me not like her. I just never did. But this made me go hard. And when I started voicing the truth all over Twitter, X, whatever they call it now, her bunions started coming after me, my channel, like everything. I'm like, really? You're punching down on a channel that has like 4 people on it? Like, what are you doing? Well, I have been going after that rancid heifer myself because I don't like her and she knows it. Well, her, all her friends, Machado, they all know it. I don't like her. I don't like either one of them. And they know it. I don't make a secret of it. And there are people out there that kind of make a secret of, oh, you don't want to make these people mad. Sure do. I want to make them mad. And then they were talking about, like looking people up and calling bosses, doing all the things, all the trolly things. Well, please do. Please do. Please do. Because my art, this is what I do. I do this and I sell it. People like it. And I mean, if she can find my phone number, please do call me and I'll check with HR and I'll see if I'm legally allowed to fire me without written notice. Like, I'll do all the things. It's okay. Like, they can call me if they want. If they really want me fired, I'll fire me. It's okay. Yeah, they're horrible people. I don't like any of them. They're well aware. Let's see. I don't know that I want this little light color to be on here quite so yet. So I think I'm going to do this a different way. With these right here. Yeah, I was watching Expert and Baker long before those women like did what they did. And just as a woman, I'm absolutely ashamed of them for doing that. And for everything they're doing now. I like these colors together. It's just about time to start blending again to even out the page. Hi, Eliminator. How are you tonight? You missed the finishing of the magnets. Shame, shame. It's in the beginning of the video. It isn't, honey. You're welcome to go back and just kind of rewatch. That way you see how they turned out, and you'll see. I should put them on my fridge so I could show them that way. With, of course, with the other two that were made. I'm gonna make some more too, and I'm gonna make some out of tiny bathroom tiles that I got from. It's not the home store. It's called the Rehome, I think. Rehome store. I think that's what it's called. But you get stuff like really, really, really cheap there. So I have a whole bucket of just random tiles. Just random, like, they're kind of cream colored stone tiles. So they take color really well. Paint them, make magnets out of them. And the bigger ones, I make drink coasters out of. I paint them and make drink coasters. But the canvas ones I'm turning into magnets right now. And the other three got finished. One more little piece on these colors. Good. Valhalla, I know you do. You love your goats. So hopefully you're still here. Are you still here, Valhalla? I love your goats. And there's a channel that I really like. You really should check these people out. They are so cool. And they're in Alaska. They live off grid on their own homestead, of course, 40-acre homestead. And his name is Reeve. He is a veteran. He served his country. And her name is Crystal. And they have a channel, and it's called Flat Tire Farm. And it's an off grid 40-acre homestead. And there is nobody that loves goats more than Mr. Reese. he is like ridiculously loves his goats, and like their lives, their business, their livelihood, like everything for that homestead pretty much revolves around those goats and the different things that his wife Crystal makes. Her soaps, her barbecue sauces, jams, jellies, all the things. And they go to a local farmer's market there in Willow, and he builds a lot of the things and with pretty much materials he has around, and they farm what food they can. They're really cool. I really think you would enjoy them. I've been watching them for years. I love them. They have a phenomenal channel. So, I mean, if you ever have a chance to check out them, you should. They're so good. And they're hilarious. Like they really are so funny. And they're such a cute couple. Yeah, it's really neat. And through them, I'm sure you'll discover other homesteaders up there. Most of them are retired service members, or people that have served and, got out, didn't retire, whatever that's called. But like there's one called the Curmudge Inn, like curmudgeon, but it's the Curmudge Inn. And the wife's name is Sarah, and his name is escaping me, but like I'll remember it in 20 minutes. They are really cool off-grid homesteaders. And then there is Eric and Ariel that have Simple Living Alaska, off-grid homesteaders. Who else was it? There's Homesteady, off-grid homesteaders with 7 kids. Holy cow. And they just got some goats from Flat Tire Farm. So that was kind of a mishmash episode. It's really cool people though. Like they just really are. Just genuinely good people. So fun. But yeah, and it kind of takes you out of the true crime stuff. Like I like it. It takes me out of the whole murder mystery, true crime, kind of thing, or the drama or whatever else. They are just purely a joy. And they find joy in everything. And if they have a sick goat, like a goose had a frozen foot one time, they bring those animals right in that cabin with them. Like they don't treat the animal for its illness outside. They bring that animal in the cabin and they make sure it is stout and ready, and they bottle feed the babies, the baby goats. They love bottle feeding their baby goats. And like they had one that I think it was premature. One of the goats had its baby, so tiny, like so less than a pound, so tiny. And they saved that goat's life and like raised it and fed it and did all the things, like there was no way it would have survived outside of their arms, kind of thing. But yeah, they do all the things. And you get to see how they supply their homestead. They show all of that. So you get to go on supply runs with them. And, when Mr. Reese is acting up in the Costco, because they have to travel for hours and hours to get to the store. Like, they don't just go to the grocery store like we do. So, but yeah, these people, they're really fun. And I love watching that stuff because someday maybe I'll have a homestead. And I'll just be that little lady sitting in the rocker, front porch of my homestead, watching the sunset. Making goat's milk soap. Go. Boom. I like the purples on there. They're not really purples. They're more, I don't know, mulberry kind of colors. What was that, Bailey? What that girl's doing. Yeah, this is more of a mulberry color. These are Prismacolor Premier. I use them and I love them. You can tell how tiny they are. They're well loved and well used. Here's kind of what they look like. Oh, these are what you use? Well, then you know. You know. I love them. I do. I'll do things like I'm doing now is I'm not even blending this part, but you know, I blended all the center area. But I'll use them like this. I like the thick pigment that they put down. But their blending is what really makes the day for me. But in a lot of the things I do, like these mandalas, I will blend areas and not blend other areas to kind of break the monotony of it, you know, to not make it look too, I don't know the word, just too whatever the word is. And I like to pop color in with dull color. I don't know. I do things weirder than other people. It's okay. My high school art teacher required them and never paid for another colored pencil since. Oh. Yeah, these Prismacolor are it. Like there's no way around it. Prismacolor are where it's at. And I have the big one. Yeah, I have the big one. Like, hold on. Let me move this so it doesn't smudge. I'll show you my Prismacolor book. I'll have to lift this up a little. So, get some in there. So, here's this page. And this one. And then this page. And this one. And this page. Well, mine came in a box with the trays and like a long time ago, and I put them in this book and kind of rainbow color ordered them and all that. And then I got these. Put this back down. These blending pencils. And it came with part of it. Yeah, I've had these a really long time. They last forever. And I got this by Generals because I like to use my pencil to look good to the last drop. So here's one of my blenders. Well loved. I just pop it in there. And now I can use it. So it's handy to have. And I also have the ones by Derwent. So you just unscrew this part, this area right here, and then you put your little pencil in there just as far as you need to or not, and then screw it back down, and you can use it for that. That way I don't waste my pencils. And I have 2 of those and 2 black ones. So you can see I've got the 2 black ones and the silver one, and then I've got the one by Generals. But these are Derwent and this one's Generals. And I just put my short little nebby pencils in there so that I can use them and not waste them, because they're spendy and I don't have spendy, you know, resources for all that. So, but I love the blending pencils. I was using these and apparently I completely used it up. These are actually good too. See if this is the right way. I don't know. There. Oh, that's why people put their hand behind stuff. Helps it focus. Okay. But it's like a blender pen. And I've pretty much, like, it's, I don't know if it's even working. I mean, it's kind of working. But it's like a liquid blender. I don't know. I like the pencil one better, but I don't mind these. The only problem with the liquid ones is, I'll show you. Okay, so you see I'm kind of blending through with them. Just blend, 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 blend. Why not? Just go for it. Get a little color on there. And now look at the tip. So I really have to mess with it a lot to clean that tip off so that I can use it again on the next spot. With the pencils, I don't have to do that. So it just kind of, and I've used up pretty much all of the blendy goodness in them. And then this is what it only looks glossy for like a minute. And then it goes away because it's all dried up. But I don't know. I like the pencil ones better. I have workable fixative to spray on there. I can make it look glossy if I want it to. And then I use this paintbrush, which is just like one of the 99-cent ones or whatever from Hobby Lobby. And it's really soft, but I never use it for painting. I use it for dusting my picture so that I don't like smudge it by doing that. So if I'm sketching or doing color, whatever I'm doing, I use my picture broom is what I call it. That's what I use for that. And then like if I need to do some super sharp work, I have these. And then if my art piece really makes me mad, I have that. My torch. Yeah, I have just all kinds of different little trinkets in here that I've collected over the years and just kind of enjoy. But my pencils, my Prismacolors get a lot of loving use. I just adore them. I took a screenshot, by the way, of oh, what was that fish called? Ooh, sorry. My goodness, me and this dog are gonna fight over this toy. What is that fish called? I have it down here. The ones you showed, it was the Flame Angel and the Clown Trigger. So I took screenshots of those. Like I went back to your live, waited for you to present those, and then took a screenshot real quick of them. I'm going to try to find like a larger image of them, you know, that I can actually set up on my clipboard to look at, like physically look at. And I'm going to attempt to use my Prismacolors and create them on paper. Attempt. I don't know if I can do it or not. I won't know if I can do it until I try. So that's what I'm going to do. But I thought those fish were so pretty that they just needed to be in Prismacolor. But yeah, it looks like my dog is ready for bed, so it's probably time for me to end this and let her go to. Oh, I'm getting side eye. She's definitely ready for bed. The Coral Beauty Angelfish. Right. Okay. Got it. I'm going to look that up too. Yeah, I'm going to try. I'll probably send it like through to Lisa and them and see if they can print out like some larger pictures of them so that I can put it on a clipboard in front of me so I have something to go off of. So anyway, you have a wonderful night, and I am going to put this dog to bed because she won't go without me. And thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.